The display settings is another one of those things that used to be all in the control panel. It's now moved almost entirely into the settings app. In fact, I can't think of anything offhand that you can't do in the settings app that you would be able to do in the control panel. So pretty much we just use the settings app today. Really, there are two areas in the settings app where we can set display settings. Right here is the home page of the display, of the settings app. And here under System you see Display, and then under Personalization you see things like background, lock screen, colors, and so on. Well, why would we have this separated out? And the reason really is that under System are the things that are going to be the same from one user to another. And in other words, it's global across the entire system. Whereas Personalization has to do with settings that will be individualized for different users. If we go into the System and then Display Settings, you'll see that we can set up multiple monitors here. We can turn on and off a night light, which reduces the blue filter, the blue light. So if you're sleeping near a computer, you can sleep better without that blue filter, according to some studies. The scale, which allows us to increase the size of everything, including text and icons and so on. This is really handy for people who have problems seeing small print and small icons and so forth. The display resolution is now pretty much self-setting. Typically you would not ever need to touch the display setting. In the past we used to have to set it up for whatever kind of monitor we had, but now that is pretty much self-sufficient. We have a few advanced things, such as, for example, the graphic settings. This one's an interesting one because I can choose an app or an application, and I can search this list for that app or application. Here's all apps or apps I've configured or apps added for me. I can choose a particular app and then say, well, I want this app to have different display settings than everything else. For example, a game might have different settings. So you can individualize settings per game, which is really nice. Let's go back to Home now and go under Personalization and see what we have. We can personalize the background, personalize colors, personalize what we want for the lock screen. For themes, which are really all of the things put together, if I click themes, you'll see I have background, colors, sounds, and mouse cursor are all part of the personalization. And then down here I have fonts, and then I can also set up personalized start and taskbar items here. So these are all part of the user profile settings. I don't really have to come into the settings app to do any of this, by the way. I can go back to the desktop, right click, and you'll see here are the display settings. These are the global ones, and then here are the personalized settings. Either of these takes you to that settings app and to the appropriate area for what you want to set up.